Foie gras is often called a symbol of luxury, served in expensive restaurants, praised by celebrity chefs, and associated with wealth and elegance. But behind the beautiful presentation lies a reality most people never see. This is the dark truth about foie gras. Foie gras, which means fatty liver in French, is made from ducks or geese whose livers have been enlarged up to 10 times their natural size. This enlargement does not happen naturally. It is caused by a process called force feeding, or gavage. For weeks, birds are restrained, while a metal tube is pushed down their throats several times a day. Large amounts of corn and fat are pumped directly into their stomachs in just a few seconds. Imagine being unable to escape while food is forced into your body again and again, far beyond what your organs can handle. That is the daily existence of millions of ducks and geese raised for foie gras. Supporters of foie gras claim that ducks and geese naturally store fat in their livers during migration season. But animal welfare experts argue that the industrial force-feeding process goes far beyond anything natural. The birds often suffer from breathing difficulties, infections, damaged throats, and organs pushed out of place by their swollen livers. By the end of the process, many can barely walk. The liver produced for foie gras is not healthy. In fact, it is diseased. Veterinarians compare it to hepatic steatosis, also known as fatty liver disease in humans. If a human liver became enlarged to the same degree, doctors would consider it a severe medical condition. Investigations by animal rights organizations have revealed disturbing footage from foie gras farms around the world. Birds packed tightly in cages, injured animals left untreated, dead ducks lying beside living ones, workers grabbing terrified birds by the neck while rushing through feeding schedules. These images are rarely shown in advertisements for luxury dining. Some countries have reacted strongly against the industry. Foie gras production has been banned in several places because of concerns about animal cruelty. Cities and states have also tried to restrict its sale. Yet despite growing criticism, the industry continues to survive because demand from wealthy consumers remains high. There is also a psychological side to this issue. Foie gras has become a symbol of status. Many people eat it not because they truly enjoy the taste, but because it represents exclusivity and power. Luxury often hides suffering behind elegance. The darker the reality, the more carefully it is concealed under fine dining culture, expensive wine, and polished restaurant interiors. Defenders of foie gras argue that farming practices have improved. Some producers claim their methods are humane and that ducks do not experience pain in the same way humans do. However, numerous veterinarians and scientists continue to challenge those claims. The debate remains deeply controversial. Another uncomfortable truth is the scale of disconnect between consumers and production. In restaurants, foie gras appears as a delicate slice on a white plate with artistic decoration. Customers rarely think about the living creature behind it. Modern food industries are designed to separate people emotionally from the suffering required to produce certain products. This raises a larger ethical question. How far should humans go in the pursuit of luxury and pleasure? Is a few moments of taste worth weeks of suffering for an animal? Different people answer this differently, but the question itself is becoming harder to ignore. In today's world, awareness is growing. More consumers are questioning where their food comes from. Plant-based alternatives and ethical dining movements are becoming more popular. Younger generations especially are less willing to accept cruelty hidden behind tradition. Foie gras is not just food. It has become a symbol of a conflict between tradition and ethics, luxury and compassion, appetite and responsibility. The glossy image presented in high-end restaurants tells only part of the story. The rest happens behind closed doors, far away from candlelight dinners and social media photos. The dark truth about foie gras is simple. Beneath the image of sophistication lies a system many people would find deeply disturbing if they witnessed it firsthand. And once someone truly understands how foie gras is produced, it becomes difficult to see it the same way again.